All right, what's up everybody? So my name's Chad. I'm a car dealer right here in Charleston, South Carolina. Now, something that's trending online is people doing videos talking about reasons why not to buy cars right now, right? You know, it's something that I really, it's been kind of itching for me to talk about a little bit, because people are saying, oh, don't go out and buy a car, you know, because it's just the whole market is gone haywire, right? But let me explain to you. And I get a little excited at times, right? So that's what this is all about, right? I'm excited about this whole thing, and I really want to explain to you why I still think, you know, there's a lot of folks out there that still do need a car, right? And I get it, you know. I mean, yes, prices of cars have definitely gone up, and they have gone up quite a bit, right? Now, we're still selling cars here at our store. We're doing pretty well, and people are still stopping by and they're buying pre-owned cars. But what I can tell you is the man that runs our store, that goes to the auctions and buys cars from people, and we get trade-ins and all of that, we're doing everything that we can to make sure that the cars we buy to put out here on our lot are not overpriced, okay? Yeah, cars do some crazy numbers right now when they're going through the auctions, right? We've seen it online, he's seen it in person. I mean, you watch a car that might have sold for $23,000 on the auction block going for 28, 25. I mean, cars are doing crazy numbers. But at the end of the day, you know, is that a car that you want to buy and pay more for and put out here on your lot? We're trying our best not to pass these price increases over to our customers, because here's the thing, when it really comes down to it, is you as a consumer, if you need to buy a used car, the bank is not necessarily making adjustments on you know, on the price increase, right? So that car that is worth $23,000 to the bank is still worth $23,000 to the bank, even though it's selling for more and maybe going out on a car lot for more money. Now, what happens in those types of situations is, let's say you need to get a loan for a car. And I'll use an example because we do this all the time, right? Customer comes in looking at a BMW. The BMW is on sale, let's say, we're just using theoreticals here. Let's say the BMW is on sale for 15,000 bucks, right? The bank says, oh, we'll loan you $12,000, right? Now, here's the thing. For you to get the car, that means you have to put down the extra money to come up with the difference of the price. That's just the way it is, and that's been going on for a while now. I mean, that has nothing to do with the market right now. You know, banks are only going to loan a certain amount of money on a vehicle. So that's just the way it is. And yeah, maybe prices of used cars have gone up, for sure. It has happened. And even the prices of new cars have been going up. But this whole world of prices being higher, it's more now, but cars, this has been going on for a while now. It's just people are finally starting to shed light on it and talk about it, and it's in the trending tabs, you know, whether it's on YouTube or on the local, you know, news site. But anyways, I'm gonna go through a few things that people are talking about online, and some of this stuff has to do with new cars, but I wanna talk about it, and then I'll give you a little bit of my feedback on each little subject here. I'm not gonna tap on all 10, but I'll do the best that I can. 10 reasons why not to buy a used car until 2022, right? I mean, there's a lot of people out there that still need to buy a used car, or even a new car for that matter. But here's the thing with new cars, with this chip shortage going on, you may not be able to buy a new car. Let's just face it. If the car lot doesn't have the cars on the lot, you just might not be able to buy that new car. So you may need to go and buy a pre-owned car, and that may be your only option. But anyways, 10 reasons why not to buy a car until 2022. So here's one reason. Inventory is low. Well, absolutely, inventory is low. There's a chip shortage going on. Drive by any of your new car dealership car lots throughout the country right now, and yeah, slim pickings, right? There's just not a whole lot of new cars. So that one right there is kind of a gimme. Number two, I'll talk about real quickly here: selling new cars over MSRP. Well, supply and demand, right? If you're a Ford store and you got usually 100 pickup trucks on the lot and you're down to 20, well, supply and demand, right? Here's what's going on with that. You only got a few trucks left on the lot. You're not going to give them away. You're not going to sell them for invoice, right? You're going to sell them for what probably MSRP is. Now, dealers that are marking them up higher than the MSRP prices, that's when you got to say to yourself, look, do I really want that vehicle that bad where I'm going to pay thousands over MSRP? You always need to remember that vehicles are a depreciating product, right? They depreciate in value. So if you want to go out there and blow the money and spend more than what the truck is really worth, that's up to you. And some people do that all the time. This is not something new, by the way. If a new car comes out and they don't have a whole lot of them, hitting the market just yet, like the Ford Bronco, they're going to be selling those vehicles for over MSRP. That's just how it works, right? Supply and demand, it's a new thing, it's hot. Now it's a little different, right? All those new cars sitting out there, they're getting priced up a bit higher. So it's nothing new, but yeah, it's up to you at the end of the day if you want to pay more for a car than what it's worth. Dealer add-ons, they say. I mean, come on, dealer add-ons, yeah. Dealer add-ons are things like all-season floor mats, first place finish, car care, wax, the stuff they spray on the floors and the seats to stop things from, if you spill your coffee. Dealer add-ons have been going on for a while, and that's nothing new. But some dealerships, that's what they're doing. They're putting the price of the car for MSRP, and then they're adding dealer add-ons onto it. So whatever, it is what it is. Credit approval is strict right now, and this is why you should wait until 2022 to buy a car. Let me tell you something, folks. Credit approvals are strict anyways, okay? You got to either have A+ credit, and if you don't have A+ credit, that rolls us into the next thing here where it says high interest rates. High interest rates, you're gonna get a higher interest rate if your credit is not falling in line. If your beacon score isn't scored out properly, you're gonna get a higher interest rate. Absolutely. Now, the high interest rate really depends on you. If you're the type of person that's been getting a 2.9% rate for the last 10 years on any car you buy, to you, 8% might be high. To me, let's say, just example, if I get an 8% rate, that's great for me. But then let's say we get, at 18%, that's high. Real high interest rates are 28%, 35%, those kind of numbers. If you don't have the credit, you're gonna get a high interest rate no matter what, and that has nothing to do with the car shortage going on in America right now. That's how it is, point blank, all the time anyways. If your credit's not good, you're getting a high interest rate. It ain't got nothing to do with cars. It's like that with houses, it's like that with furniture, it's like that with appliances, it's like that with anything. If you don't have good credit, you're gonna get a high interest rate because technically the bank or the financial institution looks at you as a risk, and they're gonna wanna make their money up front versus at the end. That's just how it goes. All right, what else we got on here? Because we're wrapping things up here, folks, but let me tell you, people putting deposits on cars before they arrive. Really, that's a reason why not to buy a car until 2022? Let me tell you, folks, people put deposits on used cars on our car lot every day. If we got a car out here that's hot and maybe they're waiting for a check to clear in their bank account or whatever, maybe they're out of town and they're coming in on the weekend, they're putting deposits on cars to hold the car. The new Ford Bronco comes out, there's none of them out there. If you want a new Ford Bronco, you're gonna have to go to that car store and you're gonna have to put a deposit down on it so you can lock the deal in. So when the new car comes, after you figured out which one you want, you got it, it's yours. That's just how deposits work. And yeah, so people have been putting deposits down on cars forever, okay? Here's another one. Cars are going up in value. Yeah, they're going up in value. They sure are. Those used cars going through the auction blocks are going up in value. And a lot of the reasons why cars are going up in value right now is because of the chip shortage, the new car shortage. Why is that? Because new car dealers have to still have cars on the car lot so people can sell cars and the store can still make money. Well, if they don't have any new cars, they're gonna go buy used cars. So more people bidding on cars, what's that do? Supply and demand makes the values go up. Okay, so yes, cars are going up in value. But I will tell you this, the banks are still valuing the cars at how they valued them before. So if a car is worth $10,000 to the bank, but the dealer is selling it for $12,000, the bank will loan you $10,000. You'll have to pay the $2,000 out of pocket to get it. Car dealers, one thing for sure, are not really discounting cars that much because we cannot replace them. There's not enough cars out there right now where we can go out and buy another truckload of cars. So if we can't replace the cars that have on the lot, we have to hold the values of the cars and sell them from what we're asking for them. That's just the way it is. EVs are selling, gas cars are going down, negative equity. Yes, we're starting to see tons and tons more ads on the internet and on TV for electric vehicles. Goodness gracious, Cadillac's got an electric car coming. It looks amazing. Chevrolet's been doing EVs, you know, the Bolt, the Volt, you know, Nissan's got the Leaf, Tesla. There's tons of EVs out there and they're coming in the herds, okay? So believe when I say within the next 5 to 10 years, you're gonna start seeing an EV car sitting in traffic with you all the time at the stoplight, and you're most likely gonna buy yourself an EV as well. With that being said though, there's still gonna be gas cars out there for sale. They're not gonna be dropping, and negative equity is gonna be happening as fast as you think, where it's a good thing to say, oh, let's don't buy a car until 2022, okay? Seriously. The world is not completely set up just yet 100% for tons of EVs. Seriously, right here in Charleston, yes, there's places at Target to charge your EV. You know, over there at Tanger Outlet, there's the Tesla charging place, but there's not tons of EV charging spots like there is gas stations. So don't let that kind of stuff stress you out to the point where you're like, I'm not buying a gas car right now because it's going down in value. Yeah, maybe 10 years from now, 5 years, I don't know. It could happen a lot faster. But what I'm getting at here, 2022, if you need a car, go out there and find you a car. You can still find a car at a good value. You're just gonna need to do a little more research and just take your time. But when you find that car, you need to move quick. Seriously, folks, if you are shopping at Southern Motor Company's website looking for a used car, and you find that car out here. Let's just use for an example. Let's say you want a Toyota Prius. You go on our website, we got one Toyota Prius right now sitting on the lot, right? If you really wanted it, you need right now to move quick because you're not the only one looking for that car. And as we're talking about all this stuff right now, as you know, there's a car shortage going on, so it will sell fast. So again, if you find the right deal and you're comfortable with it, move quick. Don't sit around and thumble your thumbs around wondering if you should do it, right? Now's the time. If you know it's a good deal, get it and be done. All right, BS all the time at car lots. That's one of the ones this guy said, you know? And again, I'm not gonna really mention what YouTuber guy did this video that I'm diving in on some of the subjects about, but he said BS at all times at car lots. That's not true, okay? People come to our store every day and have a great experience working with great car people like we are here at Southern Motor Company. Now, I can't say that for every car dealer in town, but again, there's BS going on anywhere, okay? At the end of the day, the BS comes from the people that work at the business. If you find a good place to do business at, just do business. So again, BS all the time at car lots, not necessarily, but you as a consumer have to realize that, yeah, things are a little bit different right now and things are changing. Things are changing faster than ever before. And as long as you do your research and you don't go into car lots expecting to get thousands off of a sticker price on a new car or a used car, you'll be all right. You need to go in with an open mind. Promise you. Us car dealers, we're not trying to rip you off. We're not trying to, you know, sell you a car and knock your head off, okay? We're trying to sell cars and keep the business going so we can continue selling people cars because they need good quality cars. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I don't know about all the other dealers, but this dealership right here, we're doing the best we can to buy the cars at the right prices so we don't have to pass on higher prices to our customers, okay? That's just the way it is. Some cars are priced a little higher. Sometimes, yeah, you gotta pay a little more to get them. But at the same time, we're not marking stuff up where you're looking at it saying, holy moly, that's $4,000 or $5,000 over what it should go for. I tell you that, I sold my father-in-law a truck last week. He got a phenomenal deal. The truck booked out at $29,000. That's what the retail value was on his truck, a used truck that he bought from me. We sold it to him for less than 23 grand. He got a phenomenal deal. Our store did a good deal, okay? We're not knocking people's heads off, but if we're doing good and you're doing good, everybody's happy and we're making money and you're doing what you need to do to have a nice car, a quality car, something that you are happy with. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Thanks for watching. Let me know 10 reasons why not to buy a car in 2022. Good gracious. There's a lot of folks out there that still need a car in 2021. So I'd like to be the guy to help you get one. See you later.